So I just wanted to come on here and make a little video about what I think the next week's or this coming week's of monthly and weekly bias is going to be. I think last week when I was trying to figure out what the weekly bias would be, I think I got some of them right, but at the end of the day, it's really important to focus on the current opportunity that's presenting itself in front of you rather than trying to get what you expect out of the market or what you want out of the market rather than just waiting for it to do what it do. But anyways, starting with so we start with the monthly, find the monthly bias. Monthly is bullish. I'm looking at these EMA cross, and then go to the daily. The daily is currently bullish again. If you get that, check that right there. I mean, at first I was kind of confused because then I was like, but it's also kind of bearish. But it's just like at the same time, you always got to look at the higher time frames and see what matches up. So my bias for, and maybe the week might go bearish, who knows? But my overall bias for the next move or whatever, the next daily impulse move would probably be bullish just because of the amount of bullish momentum it has now. And GU, oh, the market is opened, yay. GU is honestly still bearish. So I want to go ahead and this week, what I'm going to be looking for is the crossover between this blue EMA and this red MA. So pretty much just, I already have it written down. Waiting for a bearish transition, and that can mean whatever you want it to mean. It could mean waiting for a break of support, waiting for EMA, MA crossover, waiting for 4-hour to engulf. Any one of those things, but I'm gonna wait for a crossover. I'm gonna take this zone off too because now it's just looking scary. Price could really do whatever it wants to do. So I'm just gonna wait for my signal. I believe I have the same bias for AU. Last week we tested this level and I was able to get some really nice buys off of AU. My signal was the fact that I saw, we had this initial break of resistance right here, and then the EMAs turned blue. So I was like, anything that comes back to this level or even this level, I think I got some buys here too. Then it worked out pretty well. But my bias for this week is also bearish, very much so. I just want to, I'm gonna wait for the bearish transition to happen, and then I'll see what'll happen from there. Right, and then we are starting at a massive gap, so that's interesting to know. Look at that gap. Yeah, bias for NU is also bearish. Just gonna be waiting for a 1-hour EMA crossover. Bias for EU is, what was it? Bearish as well. We'll be looking for crossover. Right. Depends on, it all depends on what price is doing when 8 o'clock opens tomorrow. When New York opens tomorrow. My bias for UJ and UCHF, they're actually bullish, right? We still blew over red. And I think on the daily, this is technically the retracement that it's going for. So right now it's on a 50% fib on the daily. It could continue to go bearish, I don't know, but at the end of the day, I'm just gonna wait for my EMA crossovers to happen. Same exact thing. Hold on. Wow, what's so demonic is that we actually have an EMA crossover for bears on UCHF. Whew, and the monthly. Damn. Now I'm gonna have to alter. Did I even put that down? I didn't. That's weird. Okay. I never even wrote it. Why didn't I? I wonder why I didn't. Probably was confusing me. So the daily bias, honestly, I can't lie, it looks bearish, but at the same time, we're in such a place that has so much buyers right now that what we're probably going to see is an eventual break of minor resistance to continue bullish and then bearish, but I don't like to forecast that far out. So I'm just going to wait to see what the 1 hour do. It might actually be a bullish move before the bearish move. So yeah, it's interesting to see how that's going to play out. But for UJ, I have mainly a bullish bias for the week, especially because of where it is and it's not crossed over yet. I don't know the other time frames it is, but I'm not concerned about that. And for GJ, what is she doing? No, it's crazy. Let's see, on the weekly. So for the trends on GJ, I like to use the weekly and the 4 hour. So the weekly is honestly looking bearish, and I don't like to admit that because I want it to be bullish. Maybe because ever since I have been trading GJ, it's mainly been going bullish for the most part. But at the same time, price came up to this level how many times and could not break it on the weekly, and it still technically hasn't. This is all lower highs, right? So this could be what this is. I'm in buys right now on GJ, but because of this, so what I'm going to be waiting for this week, regardless of what I think the 15-minute bias is, I'm going to be looking for a break of resistance. So actually I already found what I'd be looking for to enter. It already happened. But if I get some buys in this area and a nice rejection, that could be really cute. Nice 1 to 3. That's a potential trade, right? And it would be on this trend line. So I'd stay on the lookout for that. But we got a lot of news on Tuesday and towards the end of this week. But yeah, happy trading to all y'all.